Hey everyone, today we're going to go through how to install Minecraft on your PC in order to be able to run mods on it. There are two editions when you go to download PC. There's the Java edition and the Windows 10 edition. The Java edition is a little easier to mod with, whereas the Windows 10 edition allows you cross-play across different platforms. You'll notice if you look through the features, you'll see the different features here. And you can actually cross-play with different Windows, Mac, and Linux, but you can't cross-play cross-system unless you're using the Windows 10 edition. So the Java edition, though, lets you do a lot more mods in a much easier way, and I'm going to go through how you do that. So once you get the Java edition going and you run the installer and you get it loaded in, you'll notice you'll have a version number, and I'll go through that in just a moment. What you want to do here is, if you want to run mods, you're going to go to minecraftforge.net. And when you go to minecraftforge.net, you'll notice there's a version number here. That will be important if you want to run a different mod on there, like Optifine. If you want to run Optifine, you have to pay attention to this. If you're not running Optifine for the different textures and things, then you don't have to worry about that. So this is 1.16.5. The current version of Minecraft is not that version, so you'll have to, it's pretty easy to change versions and then run this, and I'll go through that in just a moment. So the first thing you want to do is get Forge, and when you get the Minecraft Forge download, you want to use this installer, because this one with this version number is compatible with Optifine. The quote latest version over here is not. So if you're going to run Optifine, get this version. If you're not, then it doesn't matter as much, as long as you make sure your mods match the version number you're running on Minecraft. There's three good places to get new mods for Minecraft. CurseForge, that's a good place to get Minecraft mods. It's pretty reputable. Minecraft Forum and Planet Minecraft. There's another website, minecraftmods.com. It doesn't have as much of a history. I haven't had any troubles with it, but these three are your most secure ones that you would want to go for. So once you have your Minecraft Forge installed, you can run your Minecraft, and I'll show you how to switch that over to make sure your version numbers match and get everything going in that way. So now that we've run the Minecraft installer, which I skipped over, you don't need to look at that, everybody knows how to install things, and you install Forge, then you'll also before you get Forge, you'll also want to make sure you have Java downloaded, since you're getting the Java version. And you can just get that at Java's website, download Java and make sure you have that. If you're having trouble with Forge and not installing it all, it's probably because you need to download a current version of Java. So the latest release on Minecraft is 1.17. That's what it'll install as. That's not compatible with Forge. So all you have to do in the launcher is go to Installations here, click New Installation, and change this version to 1.16.5. I've already have the Optifine and Forge on here, so those are options, but you just want to change your base game to 1.16.5. And once you do that, you now have a current installation, and you want to run that once so the system gets set up. Then you just exit out of the game and close the launcher, and then when you come to the launcher, you have this drop down after you've installed Forge. So you want to do that, then install Forge, and then you can run the mode using Forge. Once you run Forge, it'll give you access to almost all the different mods. Now once you're running Minecraft Forge and you've started that up from the launcher, you'll notice there's a button here for mods, and it'll show any mods you have loaded currently. If they're not showing up there, then you can find the folder. If you're using the later version of Forge, the default folder here is going to be your username, appdata roaming.minecraft mods. That's where it defaults to. you can add things to that folder in order to get your mods to read through Minecraft, and you can do it that way. So if you're going to use Optifine, then what you need to do is make sure you install Forge. Do not install Optifine. You download it, and then you put the jar file in your mods folder, where you would click open mods and look at it, and that should load all of the Optifine assets when you boot up Minecraft through Forge. So that lets you get Forge and Optifine, so you get the nicer textures in addition to whatever mods you decide you want to run with the game. So if you do it that way, then you can run Forge and Optifine together, and it gives you pretty good results there. The biggest thing though is you have to make sure that your version of Optifine, it will say a version number on Optifine, has to match the version on Forge. So as I said earlier, you see that the Forge has a different version number here. This is 1.16.5, 36.1.0. Those will change over time, but the video will still be relevant. What you do is you compare that to the Optifine. So we can get that right here. Optifine HD, and Optifine.net is where you're going to go. When you look on here, you'll notice that the newest version has Forge 36.1.0. So now that you know the version number, you make sure the version of Forge you have matches. That's why we got this version on the right as opposed to the latest on the left. That matches the Optifine. Then you can just put that in your mods folder when you run Forge and run it in that manner, and you can have Forge combined with Optifine. Then the other item you want to do, I always recommend being a version back in Minecraft, because all these mods are a little lagging and catching up with the latest version of Minecraft. So if you run a version behind what the current one is, then you can get more mods available to you until all the mods get updated, in which case you can change your version of Forge and Optifine, make sure they match, and re-download your mods if you wish. And if you look on the different mods, you'll see that they all have different versions attached to them. So, like I said, just make sure they match up. Like these here, 1.16.5. So that's what most of the mods are running right now because they are not updated instantly. So I recommend just getting a version behind what the current Minecraft setup is. If you do all of that, then you can run Optifine with Forge, and Forge is the biggest way you're going to mod your Minecraft. So once you've got your Forge running with your Optifine, you can open your mods folder. You can see the different mods in here, and you can get specific mods that don't interrupt vanilla, so you can play with people using vanilla as long as they're just texture and superficial mods. Some of the stuff you add in will not let you play with vanilla, so you just have to watch out for that. And make sure you're only running what you want to run. There are a lot of other mods you can run that do not let you play with vanilla, but they do big game changes. Mostly I like to focus on aesthetic mods and just kind of tweak Minecraft to look a little nicer, and don't really change that much of the main gameplay. But you can do whatever you wish. But those are the steps to get Forge running, get Minecraft running, and like I said, make sure you do the Java version if you want to do more mods, and you'll only be able to play with other Windows people running the Java version. Windows 10 if you want to crossplay, but again, it limits your mod capability. Mods exist for those, but they're individualized, and it's kind of harder to get as many of them. So that's the video. I hope that helped you guys set up Minecraft. I know I spent some time trying to get these to work together, and you know, it's really